institutional ownership just increased by 0.08%, which sounds like nothing, but when you consider the fact that we've got 278 million shares, a market cap of 1.7, 1.8 billion, it's a pretty big deal. So if you scroll down to the actual filings here, I do have Premium Fintel, so we are going to be able to see some of the good, extra nice, juicy details that most other people will not be able to see. So basically, we have 4 new filings today, all about all the Vanguard stuff. They're literally all Vanguard funds, Vanguard Total Stock Market, Balanced Index Fund, right? And a problem here, and I want to give you the bad news right off the bat, which is that we want to see more funds like these guys, right? Like Citadel, not necessarily Citadel, but these kind of funds here. Not that one, but these guys, right? We want guys, and these guys are actually getting out, which is not what we want to see. But we want people and institutions that are trying to beat the market, right? We want people who are trying to beat the market with their picks, not total market funds, which is whatever. It's fine. We'll take it, right? I'm just trying to make it clear that, it would be much more bullish if we had an institution actually trying to beat the market with their Bionano investment, which of course these filings are very outdated. I always say these filings are more of like they're basically a quarter behind, because you don't have to actually file your 13F. You don't have to file your 13F until 45 days after the quarter ends, and that quarter being whatever the transaction day, the effective date quarter was in. Looking in at the details, right? It's these top 4, and it's going to be 558 for all of them. They all just seem to get in at 558. Very, very peculiar. 558 seems to be the level, right? And we have 176,000 shares added, and I want you to pay attention to this column right here, shares changed percentage, right? So if you look at these shares, 81% of these total 2.6 million shares were added today, right? 81% of those were added today. That's your share change percentage. 60% of these were added today. 25% of this 6 million is added today. So you can see why we got an increase from 15.52% all the way up to 15.60%. Very, I wouldn't say it's very bullish, but of course, and it's bullish, especially for a lot of other people, right? When they see the institutional ownership go down at all, they're like, oh no. Which, of course, these filings are very outdated. We don't know. Okay, we will not know what the people are doing, what the institutions have been trading, and we will not know all of the quarter 2 transactions until August 15th-ish. I would go into I would actually do this, and I mean, I can show you what we're working with here, but basically, you can see steadily over time, there's more shares being added to Bionano, and this is just a fund that attempts to track this total stock market, right? So it's not bullish, but as you can see, over time, we are getting more shares, right? Their portfolio allocation percentage, it just keeps getting higher. And that is the common pattern that I have been able to find. That's the most important, one of the most important things that I've been able to find with my new premium Fintel.io subscription, right? Along with the short interest data that we have not really gone over. If you haven't watched a lot of the streams, you probably have not really found out what I have in regards to the short interest data that Fintel.io has to offer. But for today, that is the institutional ownership news. Vanguard, their total market index funds, they are adding shares to Bionano, or at least they did. The file date is not indicative of the transaction date. Remember that. Anyways, with that being said, 0.08% increase in institutional ownership. That is all I have for you in this one. Anyways, this is now Financial Advice. Thank you all so much. I will see you all in the next one.